Okay, so I'm going to talk about clairvoyance and extrasensory perception in this video. So my story, to make things short, is when I was 18 years old, I began practicing things like meditation and a lot of things in spirituality, and I dedicated pretty much my life to that at that age. And my third eye began to pulsate and pulsated for about 3 years. And after pulsating for 3 years, I was basically chosen by mystical forces to have sensory access to other dimensions of reality outside of the physical dimension. And this sensory access to other dimensions of reality can never be shut off from the moment I go to bed, from the moment I wake up until the moment that I go to bed. My life is kind of like being in a room with two songs playing at the same time. I have the physical dimension and the physical world. And I also have sensory access to other dimensions of reality where I can perceive both mystical and extraterrestrial things. Examples of mystical things are things like angels, mystical forms of light and love. There are a lot of mystical things. God. And extraterrestrial things are things like the Matrix. A lot of these things are very difficult to describe to somebody without extrasensory perception. A lot of people in the world walk around wondering how things like religion were created to begin with. What was it like being Jesus Christ under the circumstances that the story of Jesus Christ was real and the miracles were real? What was it like being that man? I have a tremendous amount of experience with mysticism, all things mystical, and I can 100% tell you a lot of 100% real, genuine, true things about mystical things. I know so much about mystical things that I actually wonder more about extraterrestrial things and things like the Matrix. I could go on about things outside of the physical world and the physical dimension forever. I have so many unbelievable stories. But basically what it's like being me is I have sensory access to other dimensions of reality. It's always on, it never shuts off, and most of what I perceive are these very extremely majestic and beautiful mystical forms of light and darkness. Basically, I perceive things mostly in the form of light and darkness from other dimensions of reality. And they're very beautiful and majestic, and if I had video and audio editing and really good people who make things like the movie Transformers, I could probably show you exactly or very close to what it's like to be inside of my body and have clairvoyance. So I have a lot of experience with things in life. I know a lot about God. I know a lot about angels. The truth is that I know nothing about Jesus Christ, although I do like the story of Jesus Christ and I do believe in the miracles of Jesus Christ. That is one thing that I know nothing about. But, if you have any questions, go ahead and write to me in comments or emails or whatever, and I will see if I can get around to it. Now, as I build up an audience, that may be a little bit more difficult to get around to everybody, but I might shoot you back with an answer.